Hi everyone, in this session we are going to learn about the second fully synthetic fiber, that is nylon. Okay, students, nylon is having various fascinating stories when it is manufactured, and it creates a history, revolutionary history in the field of fabrics, fibers. Okay, so let us explore what is nylon all about. Nylon is the first fully synthetic fiber and it is made by a human. Nylon derived its name from the first letter of New York. Okay, so NY stand for New York and first three letters of London. Okay, so the two city where it was simultaneously developed, marked, recognized and popular. So it is nylon. NY stand for New York and LON it is for London. Okay, and what it is made up of, let us see. What nylon, how it is prepared. So nylon is a polyamide. Look at the picture carefully. Okay, here what are monomers, because you are well aware now what is monomers. They are the smaller units. And what is the monomers over here? Amide. Okay, so amides, which are monomers, they combine together. Okay, and polymerization take place. The process of polymerization take place and we get what we get? Polyamide, that is polymer, and polyamide is nylon. So generally we can say that nylon is a polyamide fiber which is polymer. Okay, it is prepared by the polymerization of large number of small amides, which are monomers combined together end to end. Okay, so nylon generally it is very strong. So I just want to tell you the entire properties of nylon. Okay, nylon is very strong, it is lustrous, highly elastic, extremely fine, lightweight, easy to wash, wrinkle free, does not absorb water, and it is not even attacked by fungus or moth. Okay, so it is very durable because it is not it is chemical, synthetic fiber, it is chemical, so it is not attacked by the fungus, and it remains insoluble in most of the common solvent. Okay, it is not soluble easily. And let us now come to the uses of nylon. Student, generally what happen, because it is a very strong, highly elastic and light in weight, so generally it is used in fishing net, climbing rope and parachute. Okay, so due to high tensile strength of the nylon fiber, it is used for making strings, ropes, okay, parachute fabrics, and even and generally these like where these things we are using it for sports purpose, or it is strings like musical instruments. We know that strings are used in musical instrument. Okay, and apart from this we can say that generally the bristle of our tooth brushes which we are daily using, have you seen the fine, it is having less just remember the bristles of the toothbrush. They are fine, flexible, and easy to wash. Okay, and then it is very strong, light in weight. I hope you are getting this. So because you know the bristle of toothbrush, so you are able to automatically know the property of nylon as well. So it is used for bristle of toothbrush as well as the paint brushes which we are using for art and craft work. Okay, now the second use is that nylon is used in the production of textile clothing like saris, shirt, neckties, socks and other garments as well. Okay, then we are blending nylon with wool. So generally student, do you remember in class 6 we had learned about mixed fiber? So we are mixing two things to get the more durable, more accurate and more like comfortable thing. So Wood is blended with nylon and it is used to make socks, suits and carpets. Fine. And then finally, nylon is widely used for making parts of the machine such as washers and pulleys. Okay. So I hope nylon is clear to all of you. So what are the monomers in nylon? They are amides. So what is nylon? It is polyamide. Okay, and it is very highly used in various purposes. Now let us know the third synthetic fibers, that is polyester. So it is a polymer made up of repeating units of a chemical, and that chemical is known as ester. Esters are the chemicals, generally students, and they are having the very fruity smell. Okay, so terylene, terene, Dacron. Dacron, I hope most of you had heard about Dacron. It's very famous. The company name is Dacrons. Okay, so terylene, terene, and Dacron are some of the examples of polyester. Terylene forms terrycot with cotton, terrywool with. Do you remember terylene? We had learned in the this in mixed fiber. Terylene plus cotton, terrycot. Terylene plus silk, terry silk. Terylene plus wool, terrywool. So generally it is used for making mixed fiber as well as. Okay. So polyester, it can be drawn into very fine fibers which can be woven like any other yarn. Polyester, they are generally, what are the properties? Let us know the properties first. They are strong, elastic, lightweight, wrinkle free. It absorbs water but little water, and it is not attacked by the moth or fungus, and it dry up quickly. Okay, so these all are the properties of polyester. And what are the uses of polyester? Let us know that polyester fibers like terylene, they are used for manufacturing saris, dress material and curtains. Okay, and it is used for making the sails for the sailboat. Have you seen the triangular shape on the sailboat? That triangular shape, the cloth which is used for making that sail is made up of polyester. Okay, so polyester is also used for making water hoses for firefighting operation. Okay, and apart from this, polyester is used for making conveyors belt. Terrycot is used for making shirt. You know that very well. Terrycot is very famous for shirt, trouser and other dress material. Terry wool is also used for making what? Suits. Okay, so generally it is polyester is very important, but I want to tell you some more different use of polyester, because generally which we are daily using, but we are not aware that it is made up of polyester. That is PET bottles. Have you heard of this word, PET bottles? So what is PET bottle? Let us learn about this. It is very interesting. Okay, so what is PET? PET is PET, and what it stand for? P stand for polythene. Okay, E stand for PE stand for polythene, and T stand for terephthalate. Okay, so PET bottles, they are made up, they are used in industry and they are used in various purposes. Okay, and generally PET bottles, how it is made, that we will know. It is a form of polyester. Okay, and how it is prepared, like how these this is the channel how it is prepared. So first of all, you should know that what is PET. PET is made up of, it is a form of polyester. That's why we are learning this under the synthetic fiber polyester. Okay, and how it is prepared, how PET is prepared. Generally what happened first, with the help of a reaction. In higher classes in chemistry you will know the reaction, different type of reaction. Earlier also you are well aware there is a combination reaction, displacement reaction, redox reaction, but gradually in higher classes you know about various other reaction. Okay, so with the help of a reaction esterification, ethylene glycol, okay, and terephthalate acid, they combine and they form the first monomer, and that is ethylene terephthalate. So ethylene terephthalates are the monomers, smaller unit which is present in PET, and these ethylene terephthalate, these are the monomers, they combine end to end and then they form the polymer, and the name of this polymer is called polyethylene terephthalate. So this is how it is prepared. Okay, now come to the uses. Most of your bottles which you are using for drinking purposes, which is kept in the freezer, which you are taking for traveling purposes, all these bottles are called as PET bottles, and they are made up of what? Polyethylene terephthalate, and it is a form of polyester. Okay, apart from this, it is used for making synthetic clothes, it is used for making films. Have you seen the film roll? So it is used for making films, it is even used for making utensils and very useful wires. So it is very important part of our life which we are discussing now. Okay, I hope you like this session. That's all for today. Thank you so much.